Actually, this school job, while working in this Indian woman's house, I've been dropping my CV in this school job.
Okay.
Like for the whole year.
For the whole year?
Yeah.
You mean you've been dropping?
Yeah, I will drop physically. I also drop online.
On like different schools or that very
That's
school?
very school.
Hello everyone, welcome to Blissful Vlogs with Afro Mark. So I'm embarking on this journey to find out why people migrated from their country and the first experiences they have when they first migrated to that very country, and their life, how their life is treating them now. That's this vlog, okay? This is what we are going to focus. Hello Miss Nanny, welcome to my channel. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us about you? Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Matt, for giving me this good opportunity. Yeah, I'm called Modestine from Cameroon, now based in Dubai.
Thank you, Miss Modestine. I'm very, very glad to have you in my house. Like I said before, it's a privilege. When I reach out to you, you didn't say that, oh, I'm not free. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mr. Mark.
Thank you. So I want to know, where were you before you traveled all the way to the UAE?
Okay, I was before in Kuwait.
Okay.
I left Kuwait back to Cameroon, from Cameroon to Dubai.
Okay, so you were first in Kuwait.
Yes.
And did you say you traveled from Kuwait to the UAE, or you went to Cameroon back and came back to the UAE?
No, I went to Cameroon, from Cameroon to Dubai, and I left Kuwait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to share with us, how was life in Kuwait?
Well, life in Kuwait, I think life in Kuwait is good, but you need to be hardworking.
Really? Like,
yeah.
If you say hardworking, what do you mean?
What I mean, when you get to Kuwait, you know you came to Kuwait to hustle, to look for money.
Okay, so
you need to be committed to your job.
To your job. So are you saying that, like, in Kuwait, like, it's only those that are hardworking that, like, you can actually survive in Kuwait?
Yeah, that's what I can say about Kuwait. If you're hardworking, you can make it in Kuwait. But if you're not hardworking, you end up saying that the country is very difficult, it's very hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. That's so nice. So that's it. So why was, if you were hardworking in Kuwait, why did you leave the Kuwait back to Cameroon?
Yeah, I left Kuwait because one of a friend told me Dubai is more better than Kuwait, and unfortunately I didn't find out about the difference of the currency in Dubai and Kuwait, and so I have to follow that friend and left Kuwait and went to Cameroon. When I stepped in Dubai, I came to understand that Kuwait is more better than Dubai.
Oh.
When it comes to job opportunities, the currency, in fact, like everything, like the living standard as well, is more preferable than Dubai.
Okay, yeah. So for our listeners, if you don't know, the Kuwait currency, that's the Kuwait dinar, is the greatest or the highest currency in the whole world. Like, that currency is so huge. It's more than pounds, it's more than euro, it's more than dollars, okay? That's the highest currency in the whole world. So I don't blame, or I will not argue when she said that, okay, she kind of found out that the Kuwait currency is more better than the what's the name, the dirhams in the UAE. That's okay, that's fine. So from your discussion, did you say, like, you didn't like, or when you came into the UAE, how was your experience, the first experience you had? What do you say your first experience? Did you have a good experience when you came to the UAE, or you had a bad experience?
Yeah, when I get into UAE, the first day I get into UAE, I felt disappointed first because of the living standard where I have to stay. I was like, no, I don't believe this. So that was my first experience, and that's the first thing that makes me to feel discouraged about the UAE.
Okay, so you said where you have to live. Okay,
Yeah.
so like, does it mean that before you came here, you didn't have anyone here to live with? Or
No, I didn't have anyone to come and live, to come and stay with. I just get in here. I don't know anybody, like a family member or a friend that can keep me in. I just went. Do you know what they call a bed space, right?
best space,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you share accommodation with more 6 or more people, like you have a bunk like of bed,
Yeah.
you sleep down, and
Yeah, and our own place was even more than 6 people. So when I
Really?
look at the place, I was like, are we animals to sleep here? So I felt hurt at that point of the time, because no one told me that this is the living standard in UAE. That's the first experience I had in UAE that it discouraged me, that I feel like Kuwait is more better than Dubai.
Okay, so are you saying that in Kuwait, if you travel for the first time, okay, there's this possibility that you could have a good place to sleep, even if you don't have anyone in Kuwait?
Yeah, let me say it all depends on the visa that they give you.
Okay.
Because in Kuwait we have like 2 kinds of visa, which I know. We have what we call visa 18, which has a free visa that you can work in any other company.
Okay.
And we have the visa, the second visa, we call it visa 20, which has a housemate visa.
Okay.
The housemate visa, when you get there, your employer picks you at the airport.
Okay.
You go into his house. They show you a room. You live there alone, or you meet another mate there.
Okay.
You guys will be the 2 in the room. Very comfortable.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
very comfortable.
If you are listening to this, I don't know about the Kuwait visa. If you have any experience about this Kuwait visa, whether visa 18 and visa 20,
yeah.
right? So if you know anything about it, you could actually drop the comment in the YouTube. The comment section, so we could all learn about it. Yeah. So coming to the UAE, you said you went back to what's the name? Cameroon, and you flew from Cameroon to the UAE.
Yeah.
So I want to know, like, coming to the UAE, which visa were you on? Were you on a tourist visa?
Yeah, I was on a tourist visa.
Okay, so tell us, what was the experience when you came here? Tourist visa, was it the 6 months or the 3 months?
The 3 months.
3 months.
Yes.
That's so lovely. 3-month tourist visa.
Yeah.
Okay, which year was that?
I think 2018. Yeah.
Okay, so this has been 3 years, right? 2018 to 2021 is 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. That's quite 3 years in UAE.
Yeah.
You have quite experience. So how was it? Let's talk about job. How was finding job in the UAE?
Yeah, one thing that makes me to feel like I feel like going back to Kuwait, who asked me to come over here. Back there in Kuwait, we don't know about CV, we don't know about you can apply online, stuffs like that. We don't know. I don't know that after 3 months I have to exit and go back for visa change. I never knew all of those.
Oh, you mean when your 3 months was over as a tourist in UAE, you had to go back to Cameroon?
No, I didn't go back to Cameroon. I just faced the challenge that it was kind of like difficult for me to have that money to go back for visa change and get a 3 months visa.
Okay, so it means that when you came on your tourist visa, right?
Yeah.
When the 3 months was over, you had to apply for another 3-month visa.
Yeah, actually, that's what.
So indirectly, you are trying to say that you came in for 6 good months, you didn't get any job.
Yeah, like let's say a year.
A year?
A year.
How are you surviving?
It was not easy, but I thank God that with God all things are possible. You know, the experience was really kind of tough, because in UAE I live in Sharjah, where when you're in a room with someone, you have to pay bills, you have to pay rent, you have to also feed yourself, and we have what they call Wi-Fi bill. You have to
Wi-Fi,
pay. Yeah, you have to pay. So I was like, it's really difficult because the source of income was not there, but I have to pay those bills. You know, when you're in Sharjah, the flat owner in Sharjah, they don't care if you're working or you're not working.
All they want is their money.
It is their money, end of the month. That is it. And also, when you're living in the room with someone, The person does not care if you're working or you're not working. When the month ends, he has to take your own share.
Ooh.
You get it? So it was not really kind of easy for me, but I just have to survive it. While searching for a job, I got the opportunity because I have the Kuwait experience. I can work in the house, stuff like that. So I got this job, nanny job. I was doing the job with one Indian woman.
Okay.
She was paying me for the 1 year that I've been without working, but the only thing, she never gave me a resident, you know?
Okay.
She never gave me a resident. I still have to be going for visa change.
Seriously?
Yeah, I have to still be going for visa change.
How many years did you work with her?
I think just a year.
Just a year?
Yeah, before I clocked a year, I got the school job.
Okay. Oh, you got a school job. Okay.
Which they give me visa.
Okay, we're going to talk about that. So, you said you work as a nanny with an Indian woman?
Yeah.
Okay. How was the experience like working as a nanny in UAE?
Yeah, it was not strange for me any longer because that is what I did in Kuwait.
Okay, so when you were in Kuwait, you worked as a nanny?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the difference was just the, like, they are Muslims. The Kuwait people.
Kuwait? Okay.
They are Muslims. Why this one is an Indian?
Okay.
So the treatment that I got from the Muslims and the Indian, they were two different things.
They were two different things.
Yeah, they were two different
Okay,
things.
I wouldn't like us to go into that treatment because I don't want to play
No, the
any...
treatment was not like a stuff.
Okay.
I got that opportunity that the family that I located in Kuwait, they were good family.
Okay.
And also the family I met over here, the Indian family, was a good family.
Okay, so both were good, but like there was a kind of difference in their treatment.
Yeah, that difference from that
okay.
treatment, because there in Kuwait, I resumed duty like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
But here in Dubai with these Indian people, I go to work at 6. By 4 I'm back home. Okay. But there in Kuwait, this is my home. It was like my home because I live with them.
Okay, so you saying that like here in UAE you were living in accommodation and you go to the house to work and you come back.
Yeah.
But Kuwait you were in the house.
Like it's my home. I feel like I'm home.
Okay. You were treated like part of the family.
Yeah, part of the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
So shout out to all those that are living in the Kuwait. I love you all guys. And if actually you are going through this kind of if you have a good family treating you well, shout out to you. You might want to drop a comment in the comment section, so to confirm your treatment in the Kuwait. Yeah, in the Kuwait. Thank you. And so let's talk about your job in UAE. Good. You said you got a school job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got a school job as what?
Yeah. Actually, this school job, while working in this Indian woman's house, I've been dropping my CV in this school job. Okay. Like for the whole year.
For the whole year?
Yeah.
You mean you've been dropping?
Yeah, I will drop physically. I also drop online.
On like different schools or that very?
That's very school.
Really?
Yeah, that's very school. That very school. I was dropping my CV and I was also dropping in hotels because I have that interest already to work in school or to do room attendance, like to work in the hotel. Okay. So this school in particular that I'm working there, I was dropping my CV there. I will drop physically. I will drop online. Yeah. So that's what was happening. So by clocking a year with this woman, I got that opportunity. They called me in the school. When I went, there was no interview, like. Okay. It was just like it's got favor.
You were favored.
Yeah, I was just favored. There was not interview. They just asked for my documents and my passport and my visa. Really? And then I was just having like three weeks for my visa to expire. Wow. So they asked me that very day to exit and bring a new 3 months visa for them to give me a
So you went back to a visa. You went back to visa change. Yeah. So when you came to the UAE, you went to visa change twice.
No, not only twice. Like let me say, 5th time. Like
5 times.
5 times.
Really?
Yeah, easy.
Like.
And each visa change was, like 1,850
times 5.
Yeah.
But you were not working.
Yeah, I was not working. No, like the first 2 visa change, someone supported me to go for it. But the 3rd, 4th,
then you got a job with the Indian.
With that Indian, yeah.
That's so okay. I just don't. I want to get it. So, were your madam asking the India, were they aware that you were spending money on this visa?
Yeah, she was aware. Like, let's say she was giving me a 1,500.
Okay, dirhams.
Dirhams, yeah. So when she noticed that I spent a lot when it comes to my visa, she'll be like, once I want to exit for my visa, she can give me like 300 dirhams. Like,
okay, so you add to.
Yeah, like, oh, Nini, please, can you just take this? Go for pay your transport and go for your visa change. When she give me 300, the husband as well can give me like 200.
Okay, that's
yeah.
500.
But it was like, let me say, if he gives me 1,500 every month, from that 1,500, I can save like 1,000.
Okay.
And I keep 500 for my visa
You were
change.
paying bills as well.
I was paying bills. Yeah, from that 1,000, I'll pay my business. I sort out myself from that 1,000. But 500, I will save it somewhere for my visa change.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
nice.
Like, after 3 months, I have to exit for my visa change.
Okay, so there were people,
Okay.
Most of the ladies, like that's what we've been hearing.
Okay.
That they were deceived to come into so many countries, not only in the UAE, okay, but it could be in a different country. Someone asked them to come, like you said, a friend told you to come here.
Yeah.
So once they got into the country, they were told that there was no job, so they had to go into prostitution. Yeah. Did you at any point face that where you were asked to go into?
Yeah, actually, what I can say in this point that when it comes to life, it's all about discipline and believing on yourself. Okay. That's what I can say in this aspect, because I got to a point that I can offer myself for the exchange of money. Yeah, but I tell myself that this is not my life. I can't do this because of money or to survive. Okay. If it's the will of God for me to be here in UAE, I don't believe God is going to allow me to be on the street because I want to survive.
Wow.
You understand?
Guys, did you hear that? So it means that before you actually travel to a different country, you should know if it's the will of God for you. And that can be proven by scripture, like that traveling, you need to be working in the will of God. So you know that if it was actually the will of God for you. What if it wasn't the will of God? Were you going to do?
I don't say I will do that. I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, I want to talk against Kuwait. You know what I discovered? Both Kuwait and Dubai. Kuwait has the highest population when it comes to prostitution.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But people that are in Dubai, they think Dubai is the highest place.
Okay, that we find prostitute. Okay.
Why? Because they make it to be illegal. They make it illegal. Yeah, they expose it outside. Like now in Kuwait, we can be living in a room like 3 of us, and you are doing prostitution. I will never know that's what you're doing, except you tell me that that's what you're doing. They do it in a very respectful way, responsible way. But here in UAE, you find someone at the street, he's feeling free, doing it.
Oh, so are you saying that it's allowed here? It's allowed in the UAE?
Yeah, actually in UAE it's not allowed. They're always, because it's an Arab country, it's not allowed. But us the blacks, I said we have just sell our soul to the devil when it comes to yeah, that's what I can say.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we just decided to, like, now when you meet a girl, it's not like I'm judging them. Don't misunderstand me. Like when you find a girl in the street, like if you ask her why are you into this, be like, I've been in UAE for more than 2 years, for more than 6 months. I can't get a job. I can't survive. I can't pay my bills. I can't send money back home. I have my family. My family look up to me. So I had to do this and say I can end up a living. Okay. For me, with my experience, I don't see that like an excuse.
Okay, so you are saying that you can't say that because you don't see lack of job to be an excuse for someone to get into prostitution.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a point.
You understand?
Yeah. So no matter what it takes, you have to actually, if you are determined, you don't have to go into prostitution. You have to look for a job.
Yeah, you just need to keep on. It is not easy.
It's not easy.
You need to keep on pushing. And also, what I discover with the ladies when they get into, like, now, for example, like me, if I was so selective, I couldn't take that nanny job.
Okay.
At that moment. So once I have that opportunity for that nanny job, I stick to myself. I say, for me to be in the street with different men for money and to survive, it's better for me to get this nanny job and push it and say I can end up a living. But some of us ladies will feel like it's too stressful. I can't find myself.
You are too big for a nanny job.
You get it. And also, I've been working in Kuwait like for some years, nanny job indoors. I don't have a life of my own.
You don't go out?
I don't go out. I'm always with the
family. You are always in the house?
Yeah, even I want to go out, I have to go out with the family. We get some things, or I'm going to go to a bank to send my money back home. That's it. Like going out to enjoy stuff like that, no. You understand?
Really?
No, we don't do that in Kuwait.
Okay.
So by coming here in Dubai, I could say, no, I've been doing this for long. I'm tired. I need to rest. I need a relaxable job. I will get myself into prostitution. But once that nanny job came up, I see this is the only way I can do it to get a job without giving myself to a man a change of money. So I had to grab that job. And with that, I can say God used that as a point of contact to bless me with a school job. Because
so the school now provide visa.
And I also have 2 days off.
Okay.
Even the salary was not encouraging, but for someone who is just getting in Dubai, it's okay.
Okay.
It's encouraging, you know.
Okay, at least someone that's just starting a life in
Thank
Dubai.
Thank you. Because that like some people out there, when they just get into Dubai, they get a job like the salary is like 500, 800.
Good.
But mine was more than that. That I can take care of my bills. I still send money back home. I can still save. If only you can manage.
You can manage.
You get it?
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Wow, I'm loving this chat, but we don't have much time, you know. Guys, I think I should get in touch with this beautiful lady again so she can share her experiences. I think the experiences are too much. Like, she's saying so many things that if you listen, like one, she said, you can't just take the excuse of not getting job into and push yourself into prostitution. You know, and also she also made a comment like if you see yourself too big to do some certain jobs, you're going to push yourself into things that you don't want to ever do, you know. Yeah. So this very question has been popping. Should you be given the chance to do certain corrections before you come into the UAE?
Okay.
What was that very correction that you are going to do so that when you come here, you'll not find, so indirectly, like life here?
Yeah.
What do you think that, if I had known, I would have done before I come into the UAE? Okay,
now what I see was better for me to ask more questions while living Kuwait.
Okay.
It was good for me to find out how is the living standard in UAE.
Okay.
How is the opportunity how to get a job, stuff like that. But things they just Modestine, you're so hardworking. If you get to UAE with all this strength and everything, this wisdom you have, you're going to make money so fast, more than the way you're making in Kuwait. So I was so being carried away, and they told me there's more opening in UAE. There are a lot of opportunities here in UAE. So I was just being carried away. I didn't ask more questions. So I discovered that before getting into a country, if you're back in your home, I know our African countries are really like, it's tough.
Yeah.
But what I think is when a friend approaches you like, hey guy or hey girl, I think it's good for you to leave the country and go somewhere else and cause you. It's going to benefit your career or your future, something like that. But before taking that step, it is good to ask so many questions about the journey.
Okay.
And while asking those questions physically from people, also ask God.
Okay.
Ask God that this journey I'm about to take, it is okay. Because I believe if you are doing anything, that there is a presence of God there.
Okay.
He will never let you down. No matter, you will face challenges.
Yeah.
You'll be like kind of difficult, like you feel like giving up. You know? But when the presence of God is involved, trust me, no matter how it's hard, you're going to pick up.
No wonder the Bible says, the Lord is my shepherd,
Yeah.
I shall not want. So it means that if God is your shepherd, he leads you now. So when he leads you, no matter what the difficulties, he's going to deliver you. And also she made mention that if you are going to a country, if you want to travel out of your very country, your home country, to a different country, make sure you ask questions. Don't just jump into conclusion that there's opportunities there, that you just fly. No, ask. You need to ask questions.
Yeah.
Now, after asking questions from people, she also made mention that I love so much that talk to God. You need to also ask God. Engage in prayers of inquiry or like inquiry. Yeah? You need to know the minds or the plans of God for you.
Yeah.
So